Hi everyone. Today I'm going to do a card reading that's going to talk about um, our exes or your exes, and if he or she is currently in a relationship and are they happy in that relationship. Let's see what's going on with them. Someone asked me to do a reading for that, so we're going to look into that right now. So what's going on in the relationship of your ex with their current flame? All right, you're going to have 4 choices. I need you to clear your head. Try not to think any negative thoughts. It's really important to approach the situation from a neutral perspective. Okay, life is life. There are many different situations. We've all been hurt. We've all been there. But today we're just looking at what's going on there behind the curtains. Okay? Take a deep breath. A few if you need to. While I'm shuffling the cards, think about the person you're interested in knowing about. All right. You're going to have 4 choices. So card number 1, card number 2, number 3, and number 4. And feel free to pause the video if you have to make your choice. If you feel like one reading doesn't resonate with you, feel free to look through the rest of them, the rest of the video, and see if any other one resonates better. And I'm going to start. Okay, card number 1. Let's see if they're dating first. What's going on with them? Well, I can tell you if they were in a relationship recently, and the card that signifies pretty much this whole spread talks about how everything has ended. There's a card of death in here. So death as a indicator, as a major arcana, I can tell you that if this person was in a relationship with the Queen of Swords, and it seems like this relationship has been hidden from others for a while. It could have been a secret relationship. I can tell you that right now, and Queen of Swords represents anybody who's an air sign or somebody who is not really an emotional person, a very closed up person, somebody who can come across as a cold-hearted person. They don't really show their feelings or emotions easily. I can tell you that this relationship, there's a lot of going on as far as things that were hidden in the past. They're coming to light, and it doesn't look like it's doing the relationship that he's in or she's in any good. I see that there's a lot of struggle going on as far as them understanding each other. We see that everything has been pretty much put on hold at this point, and there's no movement. There's a lot of stagnation. As you can see, there's tons of swords in this spread. I can also say that due to some very negative sudden news, something came to light, and that kind of was the cause of either the breakup or an argument between the two of them. At this point, there's a Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is not one of the best cards in the, rather, it's not one of the most positive cards in the spread. I can tell you that as of this moment, as of now, whatever they have had going on, it pretty much all came to end. I would say that might have affected something that involved either a business venture or it was something work related. So whatever the relationship was, it had an effect on either family, work related situation, something that they might have had in common. Maybe they shared a workspace together. They went to school together. Usually, Ten of Pentacles talks about some sort of a formal institution. Either it could be, like I said, work related or business related. It could be something that can be studying and school related. So as of now, I don't really see them being together at all. Actually, it doesn't seem like things have been working out between the two of them. Like I said, something that was hidden for a while came to light very suddenly, very abruptly, and that kind of turned everything upside down for them. So let's see. I'm gonna see if they're gonna be together in the future. Well, if you are a Queen of Cups, a fire sign, or somebody who's very certain about the things she does in her life, somebody who's very energetic, a fiery queen. Queen of Wands represents, who is this? A Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. I can tell you that whatever was going on between these two guys, if the person in question, if it's a guy he was dating a Queen of Swords, then that relationship will completely come to a stall. It will come to an end. And it seems like at some point he's going to decide to come back to the Queen of Wands. And this might also play out as somebody, a woman who's either motherly or she's his mother, will recommend to him that he would rethink his relationships, pretty much. Give him a relationship advice. And that's going to make him turn around, think about the relationship he had in the past, the relationship he had before. And it seems like he will be coming back to whoever that other person was, whether it's you or somebody else. But I do see that at the moment, there's absolutely nothing going on between the person that he was dating recently or he is dating right now. They just recently had an argument, a fight. And moving forward, he's going to completely forget about this person. And like I said, this is the person from the past. It's the person that the reverse Five of Cups usually talks about, the past relationships, a reconciliation with our past flames. So putting these two together, I would say that he's definitely considering coming back to his either previous relationship or he's now understanding what he has lost and he wants to kind of, rewind, go back and see if he can restart the relationship with the last person. All right. And this is it for reading number 1. Thank you for watching. This is card number 2. The Lovers. So the question is, what's going on between the two of them right now, between your ex and their current relationship or flame or somebody they're interested in? Okay. Well, currently looking at the situation, I would say, because the card that signifies this spirit is the lovers. Lovers usually talks about either multiple relationships going on at the same time, or this person is just dating a bunch of random people, basically, or various people. And I can tell you that although if you look at the situation from afar, it seems like everything is nice and peachy. The guy seems like or a girl, depending on who you're asking about. It seems like they are quite okay right now. They're partying, they're going out. I see that there's multiple partners going on. He's showing himself to everybody as an emperor. The guy who basically, and this is why I said the guy in the first place, if it's the guy we're talking about, then he's definitely showing himself across as an emperor, somebody who's certain about the things that he does. He's got everything under control. He's on top of the world. He's going around dating literally various people. I don't think he's attached to anybody in particular. The situation, it seems like he does whatever he wants to do. Lots of partying going on. Happy-go-lucky type of a person. But deep inside, I see that he's an extremely almost like depressed individual. I see that he's definitely melancholic. He's thinking about his past relationship with the Queen of Pentacles, a very earthy woman, either dark hair, dark skin, or it could be, like I said, an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is something that's been bothering him for quite a while, I see. And none of the other relationships that he's getting into right now, they're working out because of this particular woman right now. Because it's kind of like there's Five of Wands, right? Five of Wands usually talks about, in this particular situation, I would read it as basically his road is blocked by his thoughts. His road to his own success, happiness is blocked by his own thoughts, his own negative feelings about this whole situation with the Queen of Wands, who is a woman from the past, from what I'm seeing. And until he has that thing settled, he won't be able to move forward. So like I said, if you look at this whole situation from afar, he does come across as a person who's got everything, great going on, great for him. But in the back of his mind, he's still thinking about this particular woman. He's not happy. He is, there might be a drinking problem going on. He might be not interested in maybe committing himself to new relationships because he's still kind of hung up on that whole situation from the past. And he doesn't seem, although there's a Judgment card over here, I don't see that he is, he's fully over it. So I don't see him dating anybody in particular at the moment. So let's see, what is he going to do in the future? Wow, he's really stuck on this whole situation. He cannot let it go. I'm seeing even in the future, I don't really see this person moving on. It seems like whether this was a relationship that hurt him a lot and kind of blocked him from wanting to trust people or wanting to be with others, I see that he's gonna find comfort within himself, as opposed to, finding a partner, somebody else to kind of, share his life with. I see that he's going to be mostly concentrating on himself. He's going to come to some sort of a realization at some point. It's going to really toughen him up. I see that if he's upset right now, he's emotional right now about this. In the future, he's going to be more closed up. It's going to toughen him up, like I said. And that's going to take him some time to carry on. Even then, I don't see him moving on completely. He's still going to be very wary, being in other situations, being with other people, because of his previous love. I'm assuming that he either lost, or, there's nothing going on as far as rational conclusion in this particular situation. So, like I said, in the future, he's still going to be this situation will overshadow pretty much everything in the future, all the relationships that he will be trying to build, unless he lets go of this particular situation. And he's going to be very indecisive when it comes to even showing his feelings to new individuals, or showing himself, showing his what's the word? Showing like that he likes the other person, being open to relationships, being open to meeting new people. So it seems like this guy needs to either really, let go of this situation to be able to move forward, or he's just passively kind of like staying depressed, not thinking about anything else but this particular woman. All right. Okay, this is it for reading number 2. Thank you. This is card number 3, the Empress. Okay. And the question is, how is your ex feeling in his or her relationship with his new or her new flame? Okay. My dog came to visit. Say hi. I can tell you that whether this relationship was already going on for a while, it seems like, they've gotten really close to each other over the period of time. They had like either a solid family, they could have been married, because we have the Empress and the Emperor over here. This can signify as a married couple, or somebody who's been in a very serious long-term relationship. And I mean, I just wanted to see what's going on in the future over here. It seems like, there seems some sort of a problem or whatever they're having right now. If this is, like I said, if this is a long-term relationship, this is a general reading once again. It seems like there's something that's pulling them apart from each other, and quite aggressively, actually. And looking at everything over here, I would say that might be money-related problem, might be something that has to do with finances. I don't really see them. I see that there's the finance situation that's affecting their household, their marriage, their family, if they're in that kind of relationship. If not, then I would say that there's somebody else involved. So let me see. There's also a third individual in this particular situation. Yeah. It seems like there's somebody else involved. I'm not sure if this person um, is a serial cheater, basically. But it seems like because the relationship got strained to an extent because of, everyday issues, like I said, might be finances. This person is already looking on the side, basically, to be with somebody else. And both of these cards are showing me that potentially this person might walk away from this relationship altogether, because it just seems like it's just becoming a huge burden for them, for the lack of a better word. I'm not sure if this person, whether it's a guy or a woman we're talking about, is ready to take on any kind of serious responsibilities. And as soon as problems arise, instead of solving them, it doesn't matter what relationship they're going to be in with, you know, with any partner, I see that they would rather walk away, turn their back on the situation, and then, start something new, something fresh, something, that's not burdened by the problems, basically. And it doesn't seem like this person is interested in having any kind of, like I said, serious relationships, unless the serious relationship doesn't come with serious problems. And, we live in this life, in this world, we all know that any relationship will always have, issues. It's not about the good things that we can live with. It's about the bad things and how we solve them, right? That's what makes our relationship strong. It doesn't seem like this person is understanding it at this point. It seems like they would rather not, burden themselves with any kind of problems. They are very egocentric, for the lack of a better word. It has to be all about them. I am probably at some point when this other person was giving them enough attention, and love and affection, everything was going great. But as soon as this person walked away or started having their own issues, instead of helping her, I'm assuming it's a guy helping a woman, instead of helping a woman with her problems, this guy decided to find somebody else on the side and walk away. He's like in the process of literally walking away, ending this relationship right now. Might say might be even happening like right this second, basically. If we're talking about a King of Cups, that would play out the best. King of Cups, they usually represent what? Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. Those guys are usually not, they're too emotional. I'm not saying they're really like hard to rely on, which is not true, because obviously, each person is different. But they tend to be emotional. They like to feed off everybody else's feelings. They're big crybabies, basically. We have Temperance and Death card over here. It's I would rather say, like, I can pretty much safely say that this person wants to act like a crybaby in this particular situation and walk away and go find himself a new mommy, for the lack of a better word. He's also in the future, I pulled a few cards over here. I would say that he's gonna still think that he made the right decision. He's more concerned about keeping what's, important to him, as opposed to sharing it with people. In a way, I can say that this person might be greedy. And, glancing at the soul spread, this is why I said, whatever is currently going on in their situation, the issue might be the finances, because this person just doesn't want to, give up his dollars, basically, give up his money. I see that they would rather be greedy but keep whatever they have to themselves, instead of share the wealth, help out the other person and whatnot. So, all right. Well, this is it for reading number 3. Thank you for watching. Okay, card number 4, King of Wands. Okay, so you're probably thinking and talking about King of Wands, who is an air sign. So Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Fiery guy, the guy who does things first, then thinks about them. Very impulsive. very emotional, very, tends to have like outbursts, very energetic. So this would be the best person for this particular spread. Okay, do they have anybody right now? And how is their relationship right now? Tell me. Well, whatever was starting between him and the other person, and I can say that there might be a situation when he's dating multiple people. Okay, he's not really settled for anything else. We got Ace of Wands, the Lovers here. These cards usually signify don't signify serious relationships. They talk about more of like a one-night stand type of a situation. If he decided to approach a person with a more serious intentions, I would say that this person basically declined and said, I'm not interested, because if it's a woman, she went with the King of Pentacles. She went with the steadier guy, somebody who's more earthy, grounded, somebody she can rely on, and he's quite heartbroken over this. So this is a disappointment to him because I'm not sure. Once again, this is general reading, so it can play out that this person is not used to talking about committed relationships. And when he actually does it, when he comes to terms with it, and he gets denied, it really breaks his heart. So he's really upset over that whole situation right now. He thinks that everything is over, that things are not under his control. And trust me, if we're talking about the Fiery King, King of Wands, they like to be in control. They want to make sure everything is under their control and they're in charge of everything. So I can tell you that right now, he kind of feels down. He feels like he's at loss. Whatever the situation over here that was going on, I don't really see any woman present though. But based on these two cards, I can say that perhaps, like I said, he was dating multiple women at the time. So, yeah, he just started to develop his feelings towards this one other person, and it seems like this other person decided to not give them attention. So he's still single. He is not dating anybody seriously. He might be going out with multiple people, like I said, but he doesn't want to let anybody near him. Like I said, it doesn't seem like this person is willing to, lay his heart on the table for any passerby. He feels at loss. He feels out of control, like I said before. He feels like this whole situation is slipping away from him. Let's gonna see what's gonna happen in the future. Lots of swords, lots of arguments going on, lots of heartache, negative thoughts, negative feelings. There might be a situation in the future where he would have to drop everything and go work on his either home or real estate related project. So that seems to be preoccupying him. So like in the future, I ask, what his plans are. He's just going to walk away from the soul feelings, sharing feelings, emotions, relationship type of a situation altogether. Concentrate on building his own stable future. Concentrate on his, either it's a house, apartment, or a place where he lives, resides. Could also mean private company, private business. And not because he really wants to dedicate himself to it, but because there are issues that he has to resolve there. And it seems like that's also going to be causing him, tons of heartache, tons of, you see. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be causing him tons of headache, basically. So This guy is far from being in a relationship. Like I said, the one time that he actually decided to open up to somebody else, I see that he basically got denied very quickly right away. He's heartbroken over it. He is just, their personalities, they always have to be first. They always have to be number one. There can never be somebody else. And this is what's triggering him, is the fact that somebody else just picked another guy over him. And it's really hurting their ego at this point. It's not that they might even want to be with this person at this point. It's just, they're feeling like they're no longer the emperor sitting on their throne, that there's somebody else out there. Okay, thank you for watching. This is it for reading number 4. Have a great day.